Hello there, and then welcome to a brand new video. This is Hub Beyond Numbers, where we learn maths the easy way. In this lesson, we are looking at addition and subtraction using partition and place value. Now, when we talk of the partition and then the place value method, all it does is it breaks down the numbers into their place values. Okay, so it will break down the numbers in their, or in other words, it will just break down the numbers into their expanded form. So you have your ones, you see where your ones are, where the tens are, where the hundreds are, where the thousands are. And if it's a decimal, it will also break it into the tenth, hundredth, and then thousand. Then you now add the corresponding parts. Without much ado, let's quickly look at how we can apply that method to the question we have on our screens. So for 345 being added to 278, the first thing you need to do using the partitioning method is to partition the numbers so that 345 in its partition form or in its expanded form becomes 300 plus 40 then plus 5. You see, same applies to our 278. We have our 200 plus 70 then plus 8. Okay, then you now make sure you add according to the place values. Okay, so what that means is the hundreds would work alone, so that you have your 300 plus 200, and then the tens also work alone, so 40 plus 70, and then finally your ones, which is your 5 plus what, 8. Then you can easily do your addition. So 300 plus 200 gives us a 500. So you have 500 plus 40 plus 70 then gives us a 110. Then your 5 plus 8 we know gives us a 13. So your final answer is the sum of all of these numbers. Okay, so that you have 500 plus 110, which would give you 610. Then 600 plus 610 plus 13 will then give you the 623. This here is your final answer. So therefore, we say 345 plus your 278 is then equal to what? 623. This is all we need to know on the partitioning and then the place value method. With that said, let's solve some few more examples, which I do want to urge you to pause and then do it yourself before you come looking at how I will do it. So for what we have here is also just the whole number we are trying to work on. And as I said, you can pause and then try on your own. Now, if you paused and then you actually did something well done, you can also type it in the comment section for me to assess that. Now, we have 645 minus 328. So what we need to do is to write our numbers in their partition, or we write them in their expanded form. All right. So it simply means my 645 now becomes a 600 plus 40 plus 5. All right. So 600 plus 40 plus 5. If you're actually able to do it, then just hit the like button. Now, if you had 328 as 300 plus 20 then plus 8. Okay, now take note that we are subtracting. So since we are subtracting and then we have been able to write our numbers in their partitions, we can say we then have 600 minus 300, you see, and then plus, that is, we come to the tens, 40 minus 20, you see, then come to the ones, so 5 minus 8. Now look at how interestingly we are going to work this out. 600 minus 300 will give us what? A 300. So we have 300 plus 40 minus 20 would also give us a 20. You see, then we have 5 minus 8. 5 minus 8 will give us a negative 3. So instead of the plus here, you rather write negative 3. Then you come and evaluate. So you have 300 plus 20, which gives you a 320. 320 minus 3 would also give us a 317. So we say therefore 645 minus 328 gives us the answer 317. This that we have done here applies to whole numbers. Let's solve one more example that will actually have to do with a decimal so that we see how we can also work when it comes to decimals. So let's try this one here that has to do with decimals. Okay, so we have 24.36, and if you want to write it in its partition, you can either write 24 actually you can either write your 20 plus 4, that is the whole number side, then for the decimal plus 0.3, then plus 0.06. okay, you can either write it this way, or better still, you can say your 20 plus 4 plus the 3 has a place value of tenth. Tenth means it is being divided by 10. So 3 over 10, then plus the 6 has a place value of hundredth, meaning it is being divided by 100. Any of them is fine. Okay, so you can pause and then write the second one using that same method. Let's see. If you were able to do it, then well done. Now let's do it together. So 13.45 can be written as 10 plus 3 plus 4 plus 0. It's actually not 4, but then it's a 0.4. So take note. And then plus your 0.05. Better still, if you want to write it as this one here, you'd have your 10 plus 3 plus 4 over 10, then plus 5 over 100. Now that we've been able to write this, what we do is we add in terms of what the place values, so that the tens would add to the tens and then in that order. So we actually have 20 plus 10. That is the whole number side over here. Then we have plus your 3. It's actually a 4. So plus your 4 plus 3. You see? Then plus, you can either use the decimals or the fractions. Any of them works and you'd get the same answer. So in this case, let's just choose to use the decimals. So that we have 0.3 plus your 0.4. That is the 10th. Then plus for the 100th, you have 0.06 plus 0.05. Okay. So that the 20 plus the 10 then gives us a 30. 4 plus 3 gives us a 7. 0.3 plus 0.4 gives us a 0.7. And then we have 0.06 plus 0.05 giving us a 0.11. So if you want to add, or you have 30 plus 7, which gives us 37. 37 plus 0.7 will give you 37.7. Then 37.7 plus 0.01 will then give you your 37.81. If it comes to addition of decimals and maybe you have problems with that, you can always visit the playlist I have on decimal fractions and you'll be sorted out. So basically, this is how we add and subtract numbers using the partitioning method. If there's any issue of concern, as usual, you can let me know at the comment section. I'll leave out some exercises so you try on your own. So these are the exercises you have here. They are just 5 in all, then I do expect you to use the partitioning method to work them out. Let's have beyond numbers where we learn maths the easy way. If there's any issue of concern, kindly let me know at the comment section. See you in our next lesson, and if this is your first time, you can always choose to subscribe or like the video as well. Bye for now, and then stay safe.